Hello. I've been wanting to try out OptimizerAI for a while. What they do here is sound generation. I tried them out back when they had the V1 model, and it was okay. I didn't yet do what I wanted it to do, but they've got a V2 model out, so I'm excited to try this out. I love to do a lot of exploration with multimodal AI. I work with all kinds of media, sound, image, video, music. So I'm excited to see if this really fits my needs as a sound designer. And we're going to be using this in a real project. We're working on a video game for a game jam. The working title right now for the game is called Trials of the Shattered. And it's a retro inspired game that should be a little bit like Zelda. So we want some kind of retro sounds. I'm not subscribed yet, so we're going to get that rolling, and you'll get to see my real reactions as a sound designer to how this works. Do we like this? Do we like the workflow? Do we like what sounds it makes? Here we go. Let's give it a spin. All right, we're logged in. I've got a share on social thing. Maybe I'll share this video after I make this. Yeah, let's first upgrade. I'm gonna need a lot more than that to do this. Let's subscribe. Stripe checkout. All right. Two factoring. Okay. Yeah, let's do this. So I guess this is 1,000 credits a month. So I can make 1,000 sounds, and then I think they use like maybe 4 or 5 per generation, so at least 250 sounds per month. That should be nice. Yeah, 1,000 months left. All right. This sounds great. Monthly, yep. This is just what I wanted. Okay. Here we go. Featured library. Let's start doing this. So I have this list of sounds I want to make. We'll just go through them one at a time. These are all the sounds we know we want in the game. So we're going to go through and generate, maybe pick some of the most important ones, and then see where we get. Door open sound. 16-bit. Dungeon. Door open. Stone. Okay, stone door open upward. Let's see how that does. And I want this to be nice and quick. Maybe we'll try 1 second. Let's see how that goes. We're in V2 model. We can pick the duration here. We can pick a style. Voice, no. Music, no. 8-bit, no. Horror, calm, cartoon, sci-fi, ambiance, game. Yeah. We'll click game. Cinematic, no. UI, no. Comic, no. Okay. And then, yeah, we'll see what they do with prompt enhancement. So they'll probably interpret this, and it'll try to provide a better prompt. We'll see if we like it that way. We can also go raw if we need. Here we go. And I think with the paid plan also, you can be generating up to 3 sounds simultaneously. So that's maybe what we'll want to do once we get the feel for this. I like that a lot. Okay, let's see. I like the way they sound. I could see wanting to sound a little deeper, but I can pitch shift that in post-production. Is this long enough? I think so, because we'll be able to play this with a chime if a puzzle is also solved. So this sounds really good for the door. I'm a big fan of this one. Yeah. What do I do when I like one? How does that work? All right. Okay, I can download it. Okay. Yeah. So we'll add a new one for generate. We need post-production on that. Okay, next, let's look into, we'll do arrow fired. One second, it's probably a little long. Maybe let's do 0.6. I could imagine this is maybe a sound that players are going to want to spam. So you want nice, short, and kind of punchy. Let's see how this goes. These are fun. Yeah, these are some very different sonic directions. This one's got too much stereo in it, but I kind of like the flavor. This makes shooting an arrow feel meaningful. This sounds more like a beanbag. You know, I think this one fits best with what we're aiming for. And then I might just set it in a mono because I don't want a lot of stereo. I want the stereo to come from where you are in the screen and not from the sound itself for all of these. So I'll be probably processing all of these as mono when I import them. Okay, arrow fired sound, good. Yeah, let's do item acquired. This could be a little longer, but probably no more than 1 second. We'll try that. Want like a little da-ding, something like that. These are too much. Okay, let's do it without the enhancement. See if we like that better. Maybe chime is the wrong concept. Okay, let's try a two-tone subtle. I don't want something too over the top. I want to save the bigger sounds for reward, like solving a puzzle, maybe getting a big treasure, not just any old item. Okay. I like so it did the two-tone well. Okay, I think this will work as a bass. I'll pitch shift this one down. But I like this. This is good. I'm so far pretty happy with this. Okay, let's healing sound, sure. Slight heal. I wonder what it'll think of with this. So I didn't really give it a lot of artistic direction. We'll find out what it thinks of. I like that. This one will absolutely work for a heal. Okay. Great. Footstep, yeah. Let's see. Leather, shoe, foot, step on stone, dungeon. engine floor. It should be very short, and we'll have to mix these nice and quiet. So go tick, 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 tick when you're walking. Let's try that. Let's try it with it enhanced, see how it works. Okay, yeah, I'm hearing the leather, I'm hearing the stone. These will work, and for a footstep machine, you're gonna run them through an array and randomly pick one so that you get some variance. So we're gonna grab all 5 of these, and we'll use them as they are. These are perfect. Okay, so yeah, we got A, B, C, D, E. So nice. Yeah, let's get the air impact. So when it hits something, this is if it hits an enemy. I guess I want to kind of capture the fact that it hit it, but not necessarily the enemy making their own like vocalization from being hit. That might be different. Yeah, this should be a pretty fast impact then. So we'll also go 0.4 seconds. Let's give that a spin. Do we have one for... I guess we don't know what kind of creature it is that might cry out, right? We'd have to know. I think we're going to have maybe bats. I'll have to find out what kind of creatures we're having, and then they can have their own vocalization for if they get hit. This is good. This is nice and clean. Yeah. I like that. Okay. Here we go. Sword slice attack. Let's do that. Should also be... This one we're probably going to want maybe 3 variations. We're going to go like... Whoo, whoo, whoo. So that'll be pretty fast. Yeah. Maybe 0.6 because it's in motion for a little bit. Can make some sound in the air. We'll want maybe 3 variations of this. That was a little over the top. I want it not quite as intense. Those last ones felt too much like they're a hard hit as opposed to more kind of fluid. Yeah, okay. These are a little more along the lines of what I was expecting. This one's okay, but I want a little more metallic. Let's see if we can get it just in a little touch more of a hint of metal. Whoa. Okay, so this is again too much like an impact. Let's do a non-enhanced version of the sword slice. attack in air. See how that goes. These are going to be too grating. If you hear that a lot, it's a little too grating. We're This is the one we're going with. This is the best here. We'll go with that. Okay. I wanted more variations. We didn't get them, but I can maybe vary that up in post-production with a little bit of time stretching and pitch shifting to create some minor varieties without having to have a different bass sound. That's going to work. Sword impact damage sound. Okay. Sword damage impact. That should also be fairly short because you hit, it gets a sound there, and again we'll have the vocalization from the creature being damaged or the object. Maybe if you hit a stone, we'll want that. Flesh, say animal. Not exactly an animal, but I want the idea of hitting a creature. Sword. Hitting flesh. Let's try that. These are good. These are very good. I like them all. We're going to grab all 5, and this gives us some source variations for when you hit a foe. This is where if we have armored creatures or harder creatures, stun golems would run a different sound, but I think with this game there's not going to be those types of creatures. This is probably going to cover it for damaging an enemy. And the enemies don't get swords, so we don't have to think about the swords hitting us, nor hitting other swords. Okay, let's spin attack sound, yeah. It's going to be a little longer. This is our strong attack. Maybe 1.8 seconds. All right, we'll try the enhanced version. See what we come up with. Oh, that's fun. Okay, and then we can time stretch this one a little bit to match an animation if it's a little longer or shorter, but I feel that should be a pretty good amount of time to... This works at least to get started. We may have to do a little more design on this one because animation sounds are more complicated, but that gets us started. All right, let's see. Here, demo received. Yeah, let's... I wish I knew a little bit more about our hero right now. I do know a bit. We have kind of a lanky female explorer. So, wearing kind of light armor. Light armor, hero getting hurt. Let's just try that, see what it comes up with. So there's, again, two aspects to this. Number one is maybe we're getting hit by something. And number two is our heroine might vocalize the sound when she gets hurt. I like this. I wish this was a little longer. Okay, I like this. It's got some little higher register variation in there that makes it feel a little bit like danger. You want hitting an enemy to feel satisfying, and being hit yourself to have a sonic sense that what happened isn't what you want to happen. And both of these have that the most. This one's a little too short though. So I like this one. I'm gonna do one more, see if it can make us a slightly longer one, but otherwise we might just go with this one. Okay. Let's pick it in a different direction. I don't like it quite as much. And let's have a little yelp. Heroine. Slight yelp of pain. Yes, we'll see if we can use those two in conjunction. We'll have the damage sound and the vocalization sometimes. If we get a couple vocalizations in here, that would be nice too. Okay, I'm not liking this, so I think we'll leave the vocalization out. If we want to go with vocalizations for the heroine, it's probably better to have a voice model or a voice actress to record those sounds, and that way we can get all the vocalizations with the same persona. That's probably going to be a bit harder to do consistently with the sound generator. So we're going to leave that for later. Okay, we got time for one more, and then we'll just wrap up, and I'll talk through my thoughts. Yeah, let's get a little speech tick. That sounds nice. Let's see, text character, text box character, shown, blip. I don't even know what to call this that the sound generator is going to like know about. So, and then we want this to be really short because these kinds of sounds, they go tick, 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 tick as you're going. We'll see what it does. I might have to tell it to a single because it might try to go too long on this. The reason I want it as a one shot is because players might control the option for how fast their text will display, in which case we want to be able to have that text blipping happen at variable speeds. Okay, I like this one. I wish this were 4 separates, but what I will do with this is I will slice it up in post-production, and I'll create my 4 variations from that. This sounds very much like an old school text box fill, and then we'll be able to space them out a little more and chop them into 4 variations. I can make more variations if I need with pitch shifting. This will be good. Hey, like 4 variations. Okay, that's exactly what we wanted for that. All right, this was nice. I don't know exactly how long our session was, but maybe 20 minutes. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 bass sounds generated, so I'll have to post-produce them a little bit. in order to reduce them into mono and do some very slight editing before I export the final versions for import into the game. But this was nice. Yeah, I'm very impressed with OptimizerAI V2 model. This is very impressive. We used 105 credits there. So yeah, you can zip this pretty fast if you're on a project, but this is really cheap. Historically, I've used sound libraries, subscription sound libraries at $20, $30, $40 a month. And with those, you've got to search through them and you don't get these nice similar concepts to play through. So this is a much nicer user experience than having to work through sound library. I get 5 variations of a very similar thing. I can request kind of the vision I've got. You can use the enhanced or the raw versions for how you prompt. It's very affordable. Like, this is less price. It's very fast. Not much, doesn't take much longer to generate than to search for those. And I don't have to jump through pages. Often in the sound libraries, I'd be browsing through pages and pages before I found the sounds I liked that matched what I was going for. So this is a massive leap forward. This absolutely, as a sound designer, I'm a big fan of OptimizerAI. I can see myself using this on a lot of games this year and projects. This seems nice. I want to try it out on some other projects. It's interesting doing the retro style sounds. I'd love to try with some kind of more modern, clean recorded sounds for a more modern production mix, but that's something I'd love to do on a future project. Maybe I'll do another video if you guys are into that. For doing this 16-bit Zelda inspired game, I'm really impressed with what OptimizerAI is able to do. And yeah, if you're into sound design, and I recommend trying this out, see how this fits into your workflow. Let's see what we can make.